Good morning. It's time to rise, shine, and be great. Welcome to Living Local 15. I'm your host, Jessica Williams. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. So we are kicking off the show today with such a fun activity. I am learning how to decorate cupcakes at Country Kitchen SweetArt. Last week, I took you inside of their mega baking store, and this week we are decorating the coolest animal cupcakes. Also, Hoosier Lottery is here to share how you could win some money through their new game. And later, you already know, it's Wealth Wednesday with Foster Financial. And today we are discussing ETFs. Are you ready? Here we go.
Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
I am here at Country Kitchen SweetArt, which is a baking supply company in Fort Wayne who also offers cake and cookie decorating classes. And joining me now is Autumn Carpenter, who is the owner here. Hi, Autumn.
Hi there. Welcome to our classroom.
Thank you. It's so nice, cute and cozy, and plenty of space for groups to come in. So share with me a little bit about your decorating classes.
Well, we have a variety of classes that we offer. We do a lot of cake decorating classes, cookie decorating classes, cupcake classes, kids. So if you have kids, we have really fun classes for them. We also do birthday parties and Open Cupcake Night, which is a fun, very informal night where you just come and we kind of let you just have fun with the tools. And so we're going to be decorating some of those from that class today.
I'm excited. We have animals, which is so much fun. They're so cute, so I can't wait to learn how to decorate. So where should we start?
All right, well, let's start with our panda bear. And so we have our cupcakes already baked, and we just did a chocolate today. And what we're going to do, we have buttercream icing all ready to go, or we have recipes if you want to make it from scratch. We'll be glad to get you some of the recipes as well. And you're just going to take a big dollop and just drop it on your cupcake, and then just spread it around. And I usually do a very generous amount. And then just kind of push towards the edge, almost all the way to the edge. And this is an icing that holds its shape when it's piped and when it's spread on. So it's really, that's ideal for the piping that we're going to be doing today. And then once you get it all coated, we have these nifty little, they're called cake cloths, and that's how we're going to smooth it. So I will grab the cake cloth, and it's wonderful. Even though your icing is sticky, you just press this down, and that's going to smooth out our icing. And you don't have to press real hard, just a gentle press, and that's how you get a really wonderful smooth finish. So you don't have to, And then for the panda bear, it is so easy to decorate. All we did was we just took some of our chocolate wafers that we use in candy making here, and we're going to take a couple of the smaller ones for his ears. So just put those right on top of his head there. And then we're going to take a little bit bigger chocolate wafers, and those are going to be his eyes. And then I have buttercream icing that we've colored black. It comes all ready to go in tubs already colored, or we have little containers of color that are concentrated that you add to your icing to get the color. So I'm just going to use our black and then add a little dot to add his icing eyes. And these are really fun. These tiny little edible eyes come in all different sizes. So that's how we're going to accent his eyes. And when you do get that done, then we'll pipe on his nose. We also have tweezers for people like you who have beautiful nails. I should have brought you some of those. But so the tweezers. Sure. Oh, this looks great. And then you're going to go ahead and use that same icing to attach those edible eyes to make his nose. And then make a little swirl for his mouth. So super easy to do, and there's no extra, very little tools that you need for this particular cupcake.
And then you say, a little
smile, a little smirk. So cute.
How adorable. Okay, let's turn it around.
So there's our first little guy.
Little panda. That was so easy too.
Yeah, nothing to it.
Love it.
So our next one we're going to do is the lion. And I already have the icing spread on, and I have his eyes already on. For these eyes, we also have these little black beads, and they work perfect to give more of a less bug-eyed look. So I use those a lot for that. So we'll grab our already iced yellow cupcake with the eyes.
Yeah.
And then we have the special tip here, and this is a grass tip. And it's got tiny little holes all around it, and we use it for fur or for grass. And we just dropped it down in our pastry bag, filled it with the orange icing, and then you're going to just go around one time around the edge of the cupcake.
And you say it's best when you're decorating to actually have the cupcake flat, not to try to balance it
For
in your
me,
hand.
yeah, no, every decorator's different,
Okay.
just like every artist is different.
Right.
So whatever works for you. For me, I have to have it flat or I'll have it a mess. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and start. So this is one of the trickiest tips to get used to, but it's really fun, and the designs and texture that you get with it are unique. So squeeze to attach the icing, and then continue squeezing as you pull. Perfect. So just continue going all around the cupcake. And I'll do mine really quick here. You don't have to do it as quick as I'm going to be doing it. I've been doing this for many years, so. And then once we go around one time, then we're going to pipe
really
his
quick. Wow, look at that.
That looks great. Have you decorated before?
No, not like this.
Oh, really?
I love baking, so I've made cupcakes but never decorated them. I use the old technique. You take the little knife and you just kind of whip it around.
Oh, sure, that works too.
But this is really cool.
Yeah, and so easy.
Oh, so then you do the yellow in the middle. Okay.
Yeah, for his ears, we're just going to pipe, and you're just going to hold it at about a 45-degree angle and just kind of make a C shape. Nice. So cute.
Ooh, okay. Okay, C shape up at the corner.
And then you can add a little more fur around the edge if you want. I usually just put a little around his ears so it looks like they're not just floating there.
Right.
And then just do the nose. And for his mouth, we did a little bit different than the panda bear. We just drew a straight little line right from his nose.
What I like about this, it's like creative and fun. That's what I feel about painting. It's
Yeah.
like so relaxing, and you don't even have to do it professionally, just do it for fun.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
so-
okay, and then you add the little...
Oh yeah, our nose and our mouth. So these particular bags don't have a tip in, and that's really nice for little fine details like this. But you can also use a tiny hole for a tip as well. But
All right,
here's
Autumn.
our lions.
Yay! So cute.
All right, and look how fast we're getting these done.
Right.
They really don't take that long, especially if you do 10 lions at a time. So, okay, for our next one, we're going to do an elephant, and for him, we're using the buttercream icing, and we're going to accent with some rolled fondant, which is kind of fun. It's like working with Play-Doh.
Okay, I'm so excited. I've never used fondant before, but I've seen it on the videos. Okay.
Before we use our fondant, we're going to pipe his trunk. So for that, we just have this is a tip number 10, and we're just going to start right underneath his eyes. And just above right underneath his eyes, you're gonna hold the tip above and squeeze to apply pressure, and then continue pressure, and then curve it around for his trunk.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna see.
Yeah.
Do this.
So perfect. And holding the bag at different angles gives you a different effect, and that's great. Fantastic. Okay, so then we're gonna take our fondant, and you're gonna just roll 2 balls, the same size first, and
Not all of it.
make them about a pea size, I'd say. So about like that. And then it's always important if you have duplicates or a mirror image of something, roll the ball first so you get equal sizes.
Okay.
And then once you roll it, I just roll it in between my fingers to give the little tusk. And then we're going to point it up and just push it into your cupcake.
Oh, wow.
And his ears are going to be the same way. We're going to use rolled fondant that has been colored gray. And if it doesn't stick, that's because the icing has formed a crust. And if that happens, you can add a little bit more icing for it to attach, or we have a clear edible glue that is really cool to use as well. It's called piping gel.
That's so cool. That's what I love, walking around your store and looking at all of the decorating tools that you offer. All of it's edible.
Yes.
Like all of the stuff, I mean, really cool items that you don't even imagine you could eat.
Yes, it's really fun, and new things are coming out every year. This year, our new thing that we received was glow-in-the-dark icing color. So if you have a party, put your cake under UV light, and you have a glow-in-the-dark party.
Okay.
So we have 2 balls. This is the gray fondant for you.
Okay.
You can take those.
Thank you.
And again, we want to make sure they're the same size.
Okay.
And then you're just going to roll it in a ball, and this time we're just going to flatten it and press it into your palm to make an ear.
We're making it
Just make an ear shape.
Just make an ear shape.
Just basically an oval.
Okay.
And I kind of press the edges so they're pretty thin. Yeah. The thinner you get, the daintier it looks.
Okay.
So then just repeat that for your second ear. Okay. And then when you get that done, we'll use the gray icing to attach the ears.
Oh.
So we'll just pipe a little on the side here.
Okay.
Almost on the edge of the cupcake. And that icing is going to allow those ears to stay put. So cute. Yeah, so these are going to be featured at our Open Cupcake Night, where it's just a really informal night for all ages. And so we'd love to have you out there. It's May 18th. If you're free, come on out and you'll show everybody how to do them for us.
Right, got a little practice. Okay.
Yes.
Look at that. That is so fun. Oh my goodness. I want to make these and send them to my nieces.
Yes.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
This segment sponsored by the Hoosier Lottery. Fun is popping up all over Indiana. Today we're talking to our friend Sarah Taylor, the executive director of the Hoosier Lottery, about a new draw game that just launched. Welcome, Sarah. So good to have you here.
Thank you for having me, Jessica.
Yes.
I'm really excited to be here.
Yes, absolutely. So there's a new game that's coming out, and you have to tell us all about it.
We just launched it. It's named CashPop, and it's an opportunity for a player to pick a number between 1 and 15, and if they match the winning number, they can win up to $2,500, and they can play at the $1 wager, the $2 wager, $5 or $10 wager.
Well, that's a lot of fun options. So how often does the drawings occur for CashPop?
So we draw at 9:30 in the morning, we draw at 1:30, 3:30, 7:30 and 11:30 Eastern Time PM.
Wow. Okay. It sounds very unique and a fun way to play and something different. Tell me more.
It is. It's customizable. You can select one pop. You can select more than one pop. You can play one drawing or you can play multiple drawings. And that's what makes it extra exciting.
Okay. I love that. And here at Wayne, we are also having some fun and some exciting things popping up every weekday with our giveaways that begin on May 4th.
That's exciting. So we are thrilled to partner with Wayne, and you will have up to 10 players win a $50 prize pack from the Hoosier Lottery.
Yeah, and of course this game is 18 and up, right? So we're bringing fun to the Hoosier Lottery, but it's more than that. It's about giving back, and it's about the mission behind it. So share more about that.
It is. Our mission is obviously to sell lottery products and do it in a responsible way. And when the sales are done and the players are paid, we then give those monies to our beneficiaries. Those causes include the Police and Firefighter Local Pension Fund, the Teacher Retirement Fund, which makes it all exciting. And then even more so in May, we get to celebrate those beneficiaries. As you know, teachers and policemen and firefighters are all highlighted during the month. We might even be at the 10 cap game. We hope 10 caps, so we hope to see people out there.
Yes, well, that sounds exciting, and this new game sounds so much fun, and I love to hear about it. So thank you so much, Sarah, for coming in and sharing.
Well, thank you for having us, and as we kindly like to remind our players 18 and older, know their game, set a limit, keep it fun. They can visit our website at HoosierLottery.com and learn all about our positive play tools.
Yes, I love that. And you all have an app.
Yes, we do. It's a free app. Just download it. CashPop information is on there, which makes it really simple to follow along.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, Sarah. Great
And
to
thank
see
you. So good to be with you.
Yes. If you would like more information about the Hoosier Lottery, you can visit their website to keep playing in a positive way. We'll be right back. This segment sponsored by the Hoosier Lottery.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group.
This segment sponsored by Foster Financial. Welcome to Wealth Wednesday, where we give you financial tips and advice to help you throughout the week. And I'm so excited to be joined by Caleb Doan, who is the Vice President of Foster Financial. Hi, Caleb.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yes, so this week we're going to talk about something unique, EFTs. What are those?
Yeah, so ETFs are exchange traded funds, and essentially what they are is an investment that allows you to track the performance of multiple other investments. Okay, so I mean they're traded on a stock market just like company stock, but instead they kind of track a specific index or a group of stocks. All right, and so the most common one probably that people think of is an S&P 500 ETF. So instead of having to purchase the company stock from 500 different companies, you can purchase this one S&P 500 ETF. And it can be a really efficient way for people to invest. And one sort of development that has come from these ETFs is what are called buffered ETFs, which is something that has really come into play with a lot of our clients recently, given what's kind of going on in the market. And so it's something we've been leveraging a lot.
Okay, so what is a buffered? So that sounds like an upgrade, a step further. How do you buffer your EFT?
ETFs, yeah, you got it. So yeah, it's basically an ETF, but it has a couple extra, features. And really, before I get into the features, the use case for this, I think, is something that a lot of people can relate to recently. And so I think a lot of people at home might be in the same situation where people say, hey, my 401k has gone down 15% from a year ago, and I'm planning on retiring in 2 or 3 years. And so I feel like I can't really afford for my account to go down another 10 or 15%. But I know that I'm not supposed to sell the cash when the market is down.
Okay.
That's one of the biggest no-nos of investing is selling when the market is down. And so people say, I want to be able to take advantage of a potential recovery, but I don't want to take advantage if the market goes down, right? And so this is where some of these buffered ETFs can come into play. And so what the buffered ETF does is it offers some downside preservation and then an upside cap on the S&P 500. So, one common example that we see is one of these buffered funds with a 10% downside buffer and a 20% upside cap. And so how it would work is if the S&P 500 over a 12-month period went down 10%, this fund wouldn't go down anything because it would buffer out 10% of those losses. However, if the S&P went down 15%, this would go down 5%, right? It takes out 10% of those losses. But what people should be thinking is, okay, what's the catch?
Yeah,
right?
I was about to ask, are there any disadvantages from this?
Yeah, and people should always be aware of that. Anytime you hear something that sounds too good to be true, you should definitely ask, what's the catch? And the catch is that there's an upside cap. And so, for example, if there's a 20% upside cap, if the S&P 500 goes up 20%, you go up 20%.
Nice.
But if the S&P 500 goes up 25%, you only go up 20%. And so for a lot of our clients, we're kind of weighing the pro and con here and saying, hey, I think it's more likely that the S&P, goes down 5% or maybe goes up 10% than it is that the S&P would go up 25%.
Right.
And so we say, hey, maybe it makes sense for you to invest in some of these buffered funds, and it's worked out really well for a lot of our clients.
Nice, that is. I mean, playing the odds and kind of having to guess because you really don't know, but it's using just your experience, right, and the trends, and that's where the financial advisor comes in because that's where you all are experienced.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting. So how have you seen this strategy work?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think, for people, when the market especially has gone up over the last quarter like it has. So I mean, the first quarter of 2023, the market went up, which was great to see a little bit of a recovery in people's portfolios. And so people are saying, how can I retain or kind of preserve some of the gains that I've seen in my portfolio without completely selling to cash? And we say, okay, these buffered funds can be a good way for you to have a downside buffer on your portfolio, but still be able to take advantage if we saw that potential recovery over the course of the next year. And so that's something that a lot of people say, hey, I think this makes sense. I'm comfortable, if the S&P goes up 25%, that I only go up 20, so long as I get this 10% downside buffer. And so it's been a good trade-off for people.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's good information. Thank you so much, Caleb. We
Thanks for having
appreciate
me.
And Foster Financial is a holistic financial planning firm who is here to help you reach your financial goals. So check out their complimentary consultation. We'll have their website listed below, and I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Foster Financial. Well, that's our show for today. Thank you so much for joining me. And you can rewatch segments of Living Local 15 on WANE.com. And don't forget to download the WANE app. And remember, it's never too late to live your best life, so start living it today. And I look forward to seeing you here tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Content segments during today's Living Local 15 were paid for by these sponsors.